Good afternoon to you, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of AnglersChannel.com video with pro staffer Robbie Dye. It's Tuesday, May the 17th. How the hell is it May 17th already?
Oh, no, it's flying by, John. You know, it's been a quick spring, and a lot of fish are coming off the bed and hitting top water. It's an exciting time of year.
Well, it was an exciting weekend for those of you that followed a lot of bass fishing, which we know you do, or you wouldn't be watching this. Let's start with the Elite Series. Kevin Van Dam's first win since 2011?
You know, it's like he just won yesterday, but, you know, he's the best of bass fishing, and you know, at 96 pounds, that's a heck of a win for him after 4 or 5 years without one. So he kind of proved his point, I believe.
I think he did. He said that was the toughest tournament he's ever won. That was his 21st Elite Series win. How about that for a resume?
You know, I don't think he'd have any trouble getting any sponsors.
No, we know that's not the case, but congratulations to him. And I tell you what, I think Chris Lane came in second. I think that's right. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a heck of a leaderboard down there at Toledo Bend, and that's a massive, massive lake. We went down there for the PAA 4 or 5 years ago. I couldn't believe how big that place was.
Yeah, I don't know the exact, you know, acreage of it, but it's almost like fishing the Atlantic Ocean, John.
Yeah, it's Texas, man. It's big. Hey, the CBC was down on Lake Murray this past weekend, and the anglers that won that had 23 pounds, walked home with $8,000. You know, we're getting spoiled with these team trails. Guys are walking out with $8,000, $10,000, $14,000 in cash like it's just another day at the office.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing, John, that that kind of money's being given away, and you know, a couple thousand don't even interest these guys anymore. It's got to be 8,000, 9,000 before they get any
excited,
you know, participation. So good deal for them, and congratulations to them.
Yeah, and then we had the Big Bass Tour here on Lake Norman this weekend. I believe David Deal won that event. He had a 6.09 big fish, which is the big fish of the tournament, which was great. He won a $30,000 boat motor trailer package. The unfortunate part is another regional angler, Robert Stiltner, also had 6.09, and he came in second. And I'm not sure I totally understand how it all works, but I believe it had something to do with the timing of when you weighed the fish in.
Yeah, it's whoever weighs their fish first, and you know, I don't know the guy personally that won, but congratulations to him. But Robert, know him very well, and you know, he never dreamed of, you know, he caught that fish early, never dreamed of there being a tie. You know, kind of who would, but he should have maybe possibly went ahead and weighed it right away. But it is what it is. He got $1,000 for it, so yeah, it was a good weekend for him.
It worked out all right. Next time he'll wade in first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey. A great weekend on the water. This weekend is maybe the busiest weekend yet. I'm going to run through, Robbie, just some of these, then we're going to come back to them. We got a Southern Open on Douglas Lake this weekend. We got the Costa FLW Series out in California on the Delta. We got a Big Bass Tour event on Lake Chickamauga this coming weekend. Boy, that could be a whopper.
Oh, 10-pounder.
Oh, easy. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. We got a BFL Buckeye Division Bass Champs on Lake Amistad. We've got the White Pine Marine Team Trail in eastern Tennessee on Cherokee Lake. We've got, gosh, we got so many tournaments. It's ridiculous. We've got the Triton Owners Tournament on Kentucky Lake. We got the Alabama Bass Trail, I believe on Wheeler. I could be wrong there. We've got an Angler's Choice Marine Trail on Smith Mountain. I mean, we can just go on and on and on. There are tournaments everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you know, right here before Memorial Day, and the weather's going to be good pretty much this weekend. I think we're going to have a little rain forecast, but this time of year, you get a little overcast in May or, you know, even later in June. The fish really bite, John, with this hot weather, and we've kind of got a little bit of cooler weather coming in, and it's going to work out good. You're going to see a lot of big fish caught.
All right, now we're going to isolate two tournaments to talk about this week. We're going to talk about the Southern Open on Douglas Lake. You fish that lake. You know what that lake's like this time of year. What do you got to throw to win?
You know, John, big swim bait, spoon. It's going to be one offshore. A lot of pressure on that lake. A lot of tournaments been up there the last couple of weeks, so the fish are going to be kind of finicky. I'm going to say 18 to 20-foot range is where it's going to be one at, swim bait and a big spoon.
Okay. Now let's transition to a lake that maybe won't be as finicky, Chickamauga, where the Big Bass Tour is going. You think 10 pounds is going to win that one?
You know, it's hard to say when these shows come to town. Seem like the big bass go and hide, but you know, definitely 8 or 9.
Yeah, no doubt. That lake's one of the hottest lakes in the country. Maybe the hottest lake in the country, considering Guntersville's a little off this year with all the pressure that lake's felt. But, man, I mean, it's just been full throttle. Lots of guys winning lots of money. And, you know, let's touch on one last tournament that's not till this fall. This CBC, Carolinas Bass Challenge Championship here on Lake Norman, I want to say it's $50,000 cash for the winner, plus some boats. I mean, it's just crazy what they're paying out at that thing.
Yeah, my understanding is going to be 50 for first, and then from second down is going to be running like a regular tournament. I don't know about the boats, but
Okay.
still going to be a lot of money to be given away here on Lake Norman. You know, it's pretty much unheard of, a team tournament giving away that kind of money, and it's going to be interesting to see what'll happen and who's going to win it.
Well, if they give out $50,000 for first, and then they go second through 25th like they do at a current tournament, that's basically a $100,000 payday on payout for one tournament. That's amazing. Well, it's going to be here before you know it. But fishing's on, folks. Wherever you're going, be safe, be careful. Robbie, what do you have coming up this weekend?
Oh, we're going to fish a Bass Federation over at High Rock, and then we got some BFLs and some ABAs coming up, you know, and pretty much I think middle of June everything kind of winds up a little bit, and then we pick back up September with all the fish off. So it's going to be a busy next couple of weeks, but hey, it's been a great year. Like you said, there's been a lot of money won, a lot of big tournaments, and I'm sure next year it's going to be even bigger.
You did touch on Douglas, big swim bait, 18, 20 feet deep. Would you say right now, southern region, that's a pattern that you can apply to a lot of lakes?
Yeah, you can. A lot of these fish have bedded out, and they're hitting some top water, and they're moving offshore gradually because we have had some cooler weather, seems like, the last couple of weeks. You know, it hadn't turned summertime yet, but as soon as it gets real hot, John, these fish are going to move on out to the ledges. But they're kind of in between, a few on the bank, a few halfway out, and that halfway out seems to be 15 to 20.
All right, man. Well, that's good stuff. Hey, good luck at High Rock this weekend. And, folks, we'll see you next week.